when we started fighting for more freedom for the journalists, for diversity, they thought we were on the side of the opposition, sort of, which isn't correct. We were just fighting for the fight that we started in 1995. Nothing had changed. All we were asking was to have freedom of expression, access to information, and so that people are able to do their jobs.
The advocacy done by MISA resulted in the changes in the laws, where at least there were relaxations here and there.
We started what we called the Media Defense Fund, which was a fund that catered for arrested journalists and their families, and harassed journalists, with a network of media lawyers, which is called Media Lawyers Network.
So in a lot of ways, the story was capable of being told because we had this organization that was not subject to Zimbabwe's restrictive media laws.
The Journalists Under Fire campaign is still running, although on a much lower scale now than in the 2001 to 2008 time. Because then we had the bombings of printing presses, the ANZ printing press, the bombing of the Daily News offices, the bombing of Voice of the People, a radio station.
I'm a practicing journalist myself, but some of the things that MISA made me aware of, I didn't know as a practicing journalist. But I'm glad I'm able to talk about the media quite confidently, with some degree of competency coming out of the workshops and capacity building workshops that we've had with MISA.
The Constitutional Court case of the criminal defamation, which was one of the laws that was put in the Constitution, which affected the work of journalists, which would make them criminal if anyone is found to be on the wrong side of the law. So we worked since 2014 up to early this year. On the 3rd of February, we had a court ruling that struck it out.
The criminal defamation case was a very big one, and with the help of MISA, it's done a huge favor to journalism, because criminal defamation laws in Zimbabwe are a catch-all law.
I think we should keep the momentum as it is. Make sure that the laws that are there do not fringe on our work as media people. If we have a government that will be tolerable and that will understand the declarations that it signed with other countries in the region, then of course I'm sure we'll be able to survive and have a better country.
Look at what has happened since the Windhoek Declaration. Media in Zambia was three newspapers, 2 government newspapers and 1 private newspaper in Lusaka, and 1 radio station, 1 television station, government one. Today, there are many television stations in Lusaka, but almost every district has a radio station. In fact, the demand for organizations such as MISA, who help with the advocacy, that in fact helps to change laws and to put things right, will be much more now, because there's a bigger media sector to deal with now. Yes.
MISA has done a lot for the media. It's done a lot for journalists who are facing jail or who have been arrested over various crimes, and it has to continue working with us, particularly on how we can improve the legal environment.
The relevance and its existence will never die, because we always have maybe what I would want to call rogue governments who would want to stifle media. So MISA work will go on.
For me, the 25th anniversary is an assurance, again, to me and so many other artists and journalists that have embarked on a struggle to speak and censored, like that meant not to be censored in any form. It's an assurance that there's an organization that actually is ready to fight and defend the integrity of free minds.